My name is Shion Anto. I would be talking on DNA microarray. So, DNA microarray, also known as DNA chip or biochip, is a collection of microscopic DNA spots attached to a solid surface. So, they are solid supports, usually of glass or silicon, upon which DNA is attached in an organized, predetermined grid fashion. Each spot of DNA is called a probe and represents a single gene. DNA microarrays can analyze the expression of tens to thousands of genes simultaneously. So this is a DNA microarray slide. They are printed with thousands of tiny spots at defined positions. Each of these spots contains a known sequence. These DNA sequences attached to each slide act as probes. The principle behind DNA microarray is basically hybridization between nucleic acid sequences of probes and the same by forming hydrogen bonds between complementary nucleotide base pairs. Before that, the samples are labeled using fluorescent dye. So, after hybridization process, there could be many sequences which remain unattached. So, they are washed out during the washing process. Fluorescently labeled target sequence that bind to a probe generate a signal, uh, and this is then uh, these signals are depends on the hybridization conditions washing after hybridization, while the total strength of the signal depends on the amount of target sample present. Using this technology, the presence of one genome or cDNA sequence in 1 lakh or more sequences can be screened in a single hybridization. So the procedure, the first step is the collection of samples, and we use samples to compare their gene expressions. It could be a normal cell and a cancerous cell, comparing their gene expression. So second step, isolation of mRNA. RNA can be extracted using phenol chloroform method. mRNA is separated from the rRNA and tRNA. So to isolate mRNA, oligo DT containing column is used for isolation. The poly A tail of mRNA binds to the oligo DT containing column. Then the mRNA can be purified by slightly heating the poly A tail. By this, the oligo DT is removed. After isolation of mRNA, RT-PCR is done. Reverse transcriptase enzyme is used to synthesize cDNA from mRNA. These are fluorescently labeled by using dyes like CY3 green and CY5 red. This is to distinguish the sample category. After this, the labeled cDNA samples uh, are placed in a microarray slide so that cDNA get hybridized to its complementary strand, and then after hybridization, the unbound sequences are removed by washing. So here there is a normal cell and a cancerous cell. So these are cultured and the mRNA is isolated, and with the help of reverse transcriptase enzyme, the cDNA is obtained, and these are labeled using green and red fluorescent probes, and these are then hybridized, uh, and these are hybridized to oligo sequence on microarray, and these are scanned, and the spots indicates the presence or absence of the expression. So the gray indicates not present in cells, yellow indicates present in both cells, and green indicates present in normal cells only, and red indicates in diseased cells only. So types of DNA microarray. There are two types: oligonucleotide DNA microarray. Uh, it is a DNA microarray whose probe is the chemically synthesized oligo DNA after gene corresponding to exons in the region of 20 to 100 are selected. Since the probes are shorter than cDNA microarray, its specificity is high and cross hybridization can be inhibited. cDNA microarray consists of a collection of cDNA fragments which are reverse transcripts of gene transcription products. These cDNA fragments are immobilized on a substrate. The probes uh, are the cDNA fragments previously adjusted according to the PCR method. A cDNA microarray is produced by spotting the fragments on the substrate using a spotter. The lengths of cDNA are generally not uniform. Nucleic acid probes for detection can be spotted ranging from a few hundred nucleotides to over 1,000 nucleotides. So the applications discovery of drugs, it helps to identify how the drug and the drug candidates work in a cell. Uh, Diagnostics and genetic engineering, alternative splicing detection, proteomics helps to determine protein and its post-translational modification. Functional genomics, DNA sequencing, gene expression profiling to measure the activity of thousands of genes at once, and toxicological research. Thank you.